Hello. So I wanted to give you a little assistance with 7C. And so we'll start. I'm going to pick up with problem 2 here. And notice we have several different images of some forms we'll have to use to fill out the tax form. The first one they give us here is what's called a W-2. And this is sent to you from your employer. And it shows the money you made and the taxes you paid during a year. So in this case, this is Sherry, and Sherry made a total with her wages, tips, and other compensation of $16,800. Looks like she paid the federal income tax of 2,573. Let me erase this so I can see. Oops, that's not the eraser. Sorry. Social Security, 1,041, and so on. Okay, so your boss sends you this form, and this shows everything that you made and what you spent. And then what you have to do is you have to fill out your tax return, your 1040, which is this one. Now, this is just part of it here, but this is part of the 1040, and you fill it out based on your W-2. So in this first box, we're going to fill in that 16,000 number, 16,800 that Sherry earned, right? That's her wages, salaries, and tips. You take that right off the W-2. See, it says right off the W-2 there. And then, of course, if you're mailing it in, you attach the W-2s. Most people do it online now, and so they don't usually ask for those. The next several boxes are just blank, and so these are all zeros, right? All she had was the one W-2. She didn't have anything extra. So when you get down to 7B, basically you're just going to add up everything. And since it's just the one number plus zeros, the 7B is going to be the same as line 1. Okay? And then from there, we are going to add in adjustments if we made them, but we don't have any, so 8A is a 0, and then 8B is also the same as line 1. Okay, now you have to go over and fill in line 9, and to do that, you have to read over here. The standard deduction, which area does Sherry fall in? Since she's single or married filing separately, she's going to put 12,200 right there, right? Okay, so that'll go in line 9, and then we're going to add, and then nothing's in line 10 because she doesn't have any qualified business income, right? She just has the one job with the W-2. You add 9 and 10 together, and so line 11 is going to look exactly like line 9. And then to get 11B, line 11A looks like 9, and to get 11B, you have to subtract 11A from 8B. So do this one minus this one, and now you have your taxable income. Okay, that's 11B. Taxable income is 11B. Yeah, so you get the taxable income. All right. Once you have that, then in question 3, first they tell us to read over the example, and the example is right here about Mr. and Mrs. Brown. And basically what we know is that in their 11B, they had 25,300. And so what you do is you look over at this column and see where that falls. And you'll notice it falls here between 25,300 and 25,350. And then since they are married, filed jointly, they're going to choose 2,651 as their tax. That's the tax they're supposed to pay. Okay? And so that's what this says here. They made 25,300. They looked up their number on the line, and they chose their tax. We're going to do the same thing for Sherry based on this value you have in 11B, right? You subtracted 8B minus 11A, and you got 11B. So we're going to do the same thing on this table. Okay? So you look at the value you had in 11B, and you find it in here somewhere. So you look through here and you find it, and then since she's single or married filed jointly, you'll pick one of these numbers, and that will be the number that goes in, 12A? Yeah, that's the number that goes in 12A. 12B, yeah, that goes here. We don't have anything in 12A. So you're going to put that number in 12B. All right, I'm just going to let you know that 13B is a 0, 15 is a 0, and then 18E is also a 0 for us. So as you're filling this thing in, we don't have to worry about those lines. We're just going to follow the instructions. So we just filled in 12B. For line 14, it says subtract 13B from 12B, right? So it's going to be whatever you have in 12B minus 0, and that's going to be the same number here. All right, 16 says add lines 14 and 15. Since 15 is a 0, this is going to be the same number also, all right? And that is the total tax. Then you look at your federal income tax withheld from your W-2. So we go back over to Sherry, and we find out that they withheld $2,573. If you want to round that to 2,574, you can do that. And that goes in line 17. All right, so that goes right here. And then what you do is you follow these directions over here, and you, just so you know, we don't have any, these are blank for us, and so 18E is 0. For line 19, we add 17 and 18E. So for us, that's just going to be the same as 17 because we have nothing there. So now 19 is the same as 17. And then finally, to figure out if we overpaid, we subtract 16 from 19. And whatever number you get here, that's the amount you overpaid. All right, and you will find that Sherry overpaid, so she should be getting a refund when you do that math. Okay, so I just wanted to sort of show you where all these things go. You might need to replay the video once or twice and follow me and fill in your paper as you go. But that's the idea, and that'll get you through to number 6. And then from there, you're going to kind of fill in based on what you experienced through this. Of course, you can still ask questions if you have them, but hopefully this will get you started in the right direction. Take care and keep me posted.